Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. This is Matazah coming at you with another lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who are pushing his work with 100% truth and accuracy with all sincerity. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there who are doing his work with sincerity. To you all, I'd like to say Shalom. And today's lesson is going to be Isaiah 19 and 4. And the Egyptians will I get over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh, the Lord of hosts. Yeah, we're about to talk about these people crying over their Lord for being deceived, for not getting the benefits they was looking for. Yeah, they suffering for their own stupidity. But hey, they have the right to be mad, these Edomites. You Edomites are getting the short end of the stick, while your rich, supposedly friendly small hats are taking all your benefits. Your upper echelon, your high class Edomite, your neighborly friendly Edomite small hats are taking all your benefits away, and you voted for them. You're assisting their little puppet blindly, not asking questions, and now you're suffering for it. And not just these Edomites, but all these idiot so-called Americans. Y'all all boo-hooing over this cruel Lord, DJT. So before I begin this lesson, I'd say fair use. Any videos and clips used in this lesson are not used for monetary purposes, but for educational purposes. I repeat, they are not used for monetary purposes, but for educational purposes. Thank you.
Vote for him.
I need to say I'm sorry. I voted for him.
I'm real sorry. I didn't know. I thought he was going to make things better for us.
I thought he was going to help folks like me. I really did.
Now my staff go home. I came back with groceries. I gave food a lot.
First of all, the groceries you shouldn't worry about. Anyway,
I just can't believe it now.
They cut off my heat and help last week. I don't know how I'm supposed to buy groceries next month.
Medicare and Medicaid now, and SNAP. I had to go on antidepressants because of this. Crawford said,
I hope y'all don't get mad at me for this, but I regret my vote. And I know what you're going
Everyone's watching that woman in Tennessee now, right, who was watching her DoorDasher struggle to get up the steps, realizing this was a very elderly man who was DoorDashing her food. She tipped him $200 and then was like, no, I need to figure out what's going on. She then hunts him down, finds out this elderly man was working 10 to 12 hours a day DoorDashing. Why? Because his Social Security was barely anything, and his wife lost her job, and just one of her medications was over $2,000.
Guys, you won't believe what MAGA are going through. Actually, they're furious that Trump is investing billions in this war with Ireland while they're suffering from SNAP benefit and Medicaid and life, the way things are expensive. And they're complaining. They're saying, like, this is not what we voted for. You promised us the best economy that our life is going to get better. We are going to have a lot of money, but it looks like you are not providing, or you are not delivering your promise. And they are pissed about it. So guys, let's dive in. The credit belongs to the original owner of the videos. I'll be back with more commentary.
I mean, aren't you embarrassed? This is the guy you've hitched us to at the hip. I mean, he is a fascist war criminal fantasist, and you have hitched our country at the hip to him through AUKUS, through your obsequious toadying of the war criminals Trump and Netanyahu and their illegal war. It is humiliating, it's embarrassing, and it's degrading for our country.
Authorised by Jay McCall, Australian Greens, Canberra.
Remember when Kamala Harris said she was going to help first-time homebuyers by giving them $25,000 to put down on their new first home? And you had all these people on the right going, where are we going to get the money for this? Oh my God, this is going to bankrupt us. Who's paying for this? I'm not paying for this. No, nobody help me. No. Where are those people now? Now that it's been discovered that Pete Hegseth has wasted and gone through $93 billion. You have Kristi Noem spending $420 million between ads and between two planes. You have $150 million spent by the man himself to go play golf every weekend at Mar-a-Lago. Where are you now? Dead silence is where you are. My question to you is, why are you so opposed to our taxes going back to help the working poor and the working middle class? But when we start a new war and it costs us $1 billion plus per day, you're silent. When there's wasteful spending, inside corruption, in fact, regarding our finances and the government, like with Pete and Kristi and Trump, you're nowhere to be found. What is it you have against the working class? Because after all, you are part of the working class too. Why?
Because you are all idiots. And he know you're all idiots. You're all lost in the sauce. And this man don't really care. He's just doing what he's told. Because he's just a puppet. These people, they're going to go mad. They're going to get crazy. Because they know they've been deceived. Isaiah 19, I'm starting at verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. They're gonna be fighting one another, you know. They're gonna be having civil wars, fighting over food, their little Lunchables. They're gonna be fighting over their drinks. They're gonna be fighting over their women. They're gonna be fighting over everything. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse. You know, they're gonna rely on their little witchcraft, their little voodoos. These people are going to be wicked. They're going to be do a lot of wicked things are going to be going on. A lot of death and murder. Continuing on, verse 4. The Egyptians will I give over unto the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh, the Lord of hosts. Yeah, and it's talking about, as you can see, DJT. You know who that is. Nero 47. They are crying over this man. This man has deceived them. He took their Lunchables. He took their little pocket change. And now they crying. They want their Lunchables back. Give these people their Lunchables back. Give these people their Lunchables back, Nero Trump. They crying. You already took everything else. Shit, at least give them their Lunchables back. Hey, but you know, these small heads don't care about these people having their Lunchables. They don't even care about their own health. They just want what they want. They're like children that got eyes on something new. They see it, but they don't really want it. They see you have it, they want it. You know, it's like eye candy, basically. Esau Edom, you can't you can't fulfill this man's desires, this man's appetite for everything. He's gonna always want something. Now let's go to 2nd Ezra 15. And you know what? I'm gonna start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. No, they're gonna be having them guns and blah blah blah. If you understand, you understand. For there shall be sedition among men. And let's look up that word sedition. Sedition is the act of using speech, writing, or action to encourage rebellion, insurrection, or resistance against established government authority. So these people, they're gonna rise up against their government. They crying about DJT and his cruelness and what he's been doing, and they couldn't get their Lunchables, they couldn't get their little juicy juice, so now they mad. They mad. They got deceived. Debo came in, told them what they was gonna get, and didn't give it to them. He took everything they had. He went in their lunchbox and stole everything. Continuing on, for there, 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, for there should be sedition among men, and evading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. They're gonna have checkpoints. He's gonna have police checkpoints. They're gonna check you for your information. Of course, it's gonna be an MOTB. They're gonna have them MOTB checkpoints. They're gonna make sure they check to see if you are so-called civvy or got your credentials. Continuing on, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for the great tribulation. And it's gonna be bad out here. These people ain't gonna be able to get their Lunchables. They ain't gonna be able to get their juicy juice, their little juice box, and they gonna be crazy. And they, like I said, they're gonna be rebelling. They're gonna be rebelling against the police. They're gonna be rebelling against the government. They're gonna be rebelling against all authority. They're gonna be out here like bandits. So, hey, let these people do what they do, brothers and sisters. Hey, we gonna be in the shadows. We're gonna be watching all of them mocking and laughing at them, because all these people are idiots. They deserve what's coming to them. As for us, we deserve what we deserve from the Heavenly Father. And hopefully we are all of the hopeful elect. We can make it through this, because those times that are coming, it's going to be difficult. So with that being said, call Halayim Lo Yahweh Shem Yahushua Bashem Kadash. Peace and blessings to you all out there, hopeful elect. To you all, I like to say Shalom.